It's going to be distracted looking at these sideburns, okay? Because I do cut them and now they're growing back. But, because I'm part nigga. Focus on this, not on this. I've been holding this for a while, trying to find the right, um, not the right time, maybe if I should even do this at all, because it is such a sensitive and it's a sensitive topic. And a part of me is like, why should I give a fuck? I'm a black woman in America. Why should I care? Should I even care? But I love to point out and identify hypocrisies. So here's my disclaimer. I am isolated by my blackness, even from youth. I live in black communal spaces. I grew up in black communal spaces, primarily went to integrated schools. My middle school and high school was very, very diverse. But I came back home to my black neighborhood and my black space. I don't know the lives and experiences of these people, of East Indian, Jewish people, unless you're from Crown Heights, Palestinians, the Asian community. I am a black girl born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Outside of my working spaces and my higher education spaces, I have been exposed to other people, and it used to be surprising, but it's not anymore, how misconceptions and misinformation somehow get translated into truths, and people speak to you matter of factly when it's just their opinion, family included, and how gross and misinformation has really seeped deep into the psyche of mainstream, I'm too lazy to do the research America. But I get it. And this is what I totally understand. If the community is not yours, if the world is not yours, we busy enough. It's human nature for us not to care outside of our own bubble, per se. But for me, I wonder if I should roll up the windows. Hold on. But for me, I'm at least astute enough and at least responsible enough to smile and wave, right? Smile or nod you and shut the fuck up. I might not agree. You might be wrong, but I'm going to sit there and I'm going to go like this because that is your experience about how you digest and consume information and news. And I'm not here to proselytize anybody. That's my favorite word, by the way. You believe in falsities is not going to directly affect my life. It's just not. Also, I don't carry around the privilege to speak on situations outside of my own community and outside of my own race, outside of my own social concept, outside of my own gender. I don't be like, see, the problem with you white women is y'all make, that I don't do that. I don't. I like to point out atrocities and hypocrisies, right? But white people do it all the time. They like to include false narratives, political affiliations, media, and they take all of this and put it into a soup, taste the soup, and say it needs salt. pretty much they know the reason for the problems in communities that are not their own. This is all leading up to something, guys. Okay? I'm trying to be delicate and not be a fucking asshole. So that's why there's so many pauses. Cause I got some fuckhole shit in here, and I'm like, don't do that. um, White fragility is a thing. White people, especially in America, can't handle certain situations because of the privilege that has been passed down from them from the foundation of slavery. A lot of white people to this day, although they did not have a direct hand in Jim Crow, in slavery, in segregation, in redlining, and insert atrocity here, they still benefit from it whether they want to or not. They're still benefiting off of the free labor, the foundation that was set by their ancestors, the businesses that have been passed down, the homes when their great grandfather came back and the GI Bill let them buy homes, and these homes were sold, and this generational wealth and all of this, and the redlining in the schools, you still benefit from it whether you believe you are far removed or not. For example, I look the way I look because of some white breeding that happened, I'm going to say hundreds of years ago, but it's not even that far down. Okay. Not my parents, but my parents' parents, my grandparents. There's white in there. So we're not far removed from the white. I know that although this nose is Jackson 5 nostril, these lips are big and pouty, this hair is kinky curly, I am an easily digestible black, and I have been given privileges that someone who has the exact same resume and education that I have, but might be this color, is not going to get based on their looks. Case, same thing with weight. I have not gotten a job being a normal weight. Let me just say that again. I have not gotten a job yet being a normal weight. I have been overweight for 20 years. But I know for a fact that I have been the better candidate and passed over on opportunities because of my weight and my size and my appearance. Being fat is still mentally associated with being lazy and dumb. Just how people see you. There's a reason why people put their pictures on their resume. And if you don't think people put their pictures on their resume, go talk to any HR person. There are people who put their picture on their resume. I'm going to take advantage of this pretty privilege and you going to hire me. So anyway. I say white fragility is a thing because they have not been exposed to the same life that their counterparts have. Black people have been trying to pull themselves up out of their bootstraps from the minute slavery ended. Now, For some odd reason, and I have to do research on it, there were black Wall Streets all over this country. And if we as slaves were freed with nothing, how did we come to make these black Wall Streets? Like the Harlem Renaissance was a thing. There was money there. That's another video for another day. But anyway, black people been broke and joyful. Didn't have shit. Partied, celebrated, lived happy lives being broke. Right? White people in this country, the majority, haven't been broke for 400, 500 years. They've consistently had money. That's why when the stock market crashed, they were jumping out of windows and black people were like, I've been broke. Know how to be broke. And a lot of us know exactly how to be broke. If I was to lose everything tomorrow, I'd be okay. What's that actress said? I'm going to stick up for myself and I'm going to say what I need to say, because what's the worst you could do? Fire me? Not hire me as an actress? I've been broke. I know how to be broke. I know how to go shopping at my mama's house for food. I know how to fry fish and sell plates outside my house. I know how to have my husband walk around and do oil changes and say, do you need your lawn mowed? I know how to go over my friend's house and be like, girl, let me help you cook. And while I'm here, can I do a load of laundry? I know how to walk into any hair salon in Brooklyn or the Bronx and go, can I wash hair for the day? You think that girl washing your hair in the Dominican hair salon has a beautician license? No. Okay, she's gonna wash your hair and roll you up in some rollers. She's not gonna cut. She's not gonna blow dry. She's gonna sweep up here and do it. I know how to make money. We know how to make money. Okay, I don't know if this is a thing. I think they made those jobs, but it wasn't lost on a kid from Brooklyn to go into Pioneer Supermarket, stand behind a cashier, and start packing groceries for tips. That was a thing, honey. Okay? And I was cute and yellow with pigtails, and I would put 40s in brown paper bags and tighten it up, and the local gangsters would give me $20. Okay? We know how to make money. We know how to make money. We know how to be broke. We know how to stretch a whole chicken to feed a goddamn family. We know how to buy a pack of thighs for 29 cents in a bag at Food Bazaar and make it stretch. A bag of beans is what? $1.49? A bag of hard beans? Soak those bitches overnight and boil them up and put some neck bones in it and make a meal. Rice is still cheap. We know how to do stuff like that. Or if you don't cook, we know how to buy half a pound of ham and some mayonnaise and some bread and eat off that for the week. Peanut butter and jelly, still cheap. Anywho, I'm off the rails. Where was I? Oh, okay. That was my disclaimer for what this video is about. Okay. I fully understand both sides of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Am I picking a side? Probably by the end of this video, I'm going to pick a side. Do I understand? Yes. Does it make it right? That's not what I mean. I understand. If you believe you have ownership to something, you have ownership to something, whether you be delusional or not. I understand the motives behind the things that are being done. As a Black person in America, I face my own challenges, current challenges and historic challenges, race, religion, origin, country, land, freedom. If nobody else gets what's going on, a Black American, foundational Black American knows what's going on. We know, we understand, we've done it, we've been through it, we're still going through it, right? But full disclaimer, no dog in the fight over here. Woof, woof. None. No dog in the fight over here, except for being human and having a sense of humanity and having a sense of understanding the value in a human life. Okay? If you was to force me to pick a side, I believe Israel is committing war crimes, and they need to be held accountable. I would love to mind my big black business. I would love to mind my big black business. But my YouTube videos are showing me ads attacking Jamal Bowman because he won't stand with Israel. My YouTube algorithm has put me into such where I am getting ads about how we should support Israel and even tying in the black civil rights movement to the Jews and why we should support Israel. But I'm astute enough to know there's a big difference between a Jewish person and a Zionist. And not all Jewish people agree with what Israel is doing. Also, do we know that 22 or 23 countries on this planet don't even acknowledge Israel as a country? Don't even acknowledge them as a country. USSR them. Who are you? I don't know that man. Sorry to that man. That's what they doing to them. There is too much contradictory info floating around. Had a conversation with my mother, and it was like nails on the chalkboard because she is just spewing out the rhetoric that is being flooded into her media and everything, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's wrong, and it's so hard to listen to because she's wrong and strong, right? Just talking about all of this stuff, and then when it's my turn to talk, she don't want to hear it because nothing a narcissist mommy wants to hear is that she's wrong, right? So I just was like, girl, if you don't want to hear it, we don't got to talk about it because I'm gonna mind my big black business. You and your Jewish friends could just and just pass on wrong information. It don't mind me nothing, right? Free Palestine all day, right? Here's where the shade comes in. I can't help it. My business is registered as a female black owned business. Yes. And I labeled it as such on the books. I received a call 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They were perusing the website and called me up. This is a non-for-profit. I'm not going to put their business out there. Asking me why I don't have support Israel stuff on my website. And if I needed to, they would definitely send me over some stuff I could put on my website. So I said, where you calling from? I looked it up, went to down the archives because they had an archive, went through it. While I'm on the phone, she's talking. I let her talk. Netanyahu. Excuse me. I'm perusing. Where's your BLM stuff? BLM. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. Where's your Black Lives Matter stuff? And it doesn't have to be the non-for-profit because you're smart enough to know that the movement and the non-for-profit are completely separate, correct? There's some stuff that happened with the non-for-profit that is just very terrible, but it doesn't negate the fact of the whole movement, right? Where's your George Floyd stuff? Where's your Breonna Taylor stuff? Where's all that stuff? And this is a Jewish non-for-profit, but it seems very Caucasian. They're black Jews. They still got Ethiopian Jews, right? Do y'all make trips to Ethiopia? There's still Ethiopian Jews and stuff like that. Y'all go there? No? Very white. Your website is very white. Your non-for-profit seems very white. This is giving cars for kids. If y'all don't know about Cars for Kids, it benefits Jewish children. Did y'all know that? It's giving very much 1877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids. It's giving very much so Jew of white. She was stumped. Well, our principles and blah, 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 blah. Okay. But you have the audacity, no, yet, the unmitigated gall to call a female black-owned business and ask why I am not publicly supporting Israel because I live in America. Where were you? And here's my thing. If you gonna call me and ask me to support Israel, you better be on some Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Al Sharpton-esque support of black people. Document it on your website, because now we are in the Al Gore's, Beyonce's internet, where I get instant access on my high-speed internet. You should be that before you call me or any black person or any black business. Out of every demographic you could call, you call the most oppressed people in this country and ask them why we're not supporting a country where you didn't support us? And y'all gonna tell me white privilege don't exist? My nigga mind would not even think to call up no Jewish businesses and ask them why they're not supporting Black Lives Matter when I don't publicly support anything outside of being black. I don't. I don't have no, I don't even have any African conflict shit on my page. I don't have any starving kids in the Serengeti shit on my page. I don't have no free Palestine rhetoric shit on my page. Why would I call anybody else asking them to do anything? Yet y'all are making phone calls to black businesses questioning their support of Israel. You know how I ended the phone call? Because she definitely was reading from a script and she wasn't prepared for me. I said, seems like all lives matter to me. Seems like a all lives matter movement to me. Okay? Because when we was talking BLM, y'all were talking about blue lives matter, all lives matter, da 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 da. This seems like an all lives matter situation to me. You know what? I get it. I get it. All lives do matter. Even the lives of Palestinians. I said, get off my line. Take me off your call list, because I'm not going to be so nice next time. And I don't sell nothing you want, so I'm not losing business from you. You don't patronize me. You never bought nothing. You never watched none of my videos. I'm not losing nothing with you. Actually, I'm not here for you. Just because I'm a business registered, I'm not for you. And you not for me. Who the fuck is calling me? It's another 855 number. They probably calling me again because they've been calling. Because, they on a script. I know this is not the Oppression Olympics. I know you're not supposed to, you got to be politically correct, and um the struggles of black people and the struggles that are happening now, like, oh, it's not the oppression Olympics. I get it, but oppression is oppression, right? Let me see. What is this? What is this note? Oh, more notes in the phone call. I'm going back to the phone call when I said it was an all lives matter movement. Matter. I said yes. There are progressive Jews and even progressive white Jews that were in full support of BLM. I get it. It's not all, but it's few. It is very, very few. And I would be confident laying down, falling asleep in front of train tracks that there are more I ain't with it Jews than they are with it Jews. And I also said that independent from being Jewish, because back to the oppression Olympics, you could say Jews are oppressed and Jews were oppressed. You could hide that. You could definitely hide from being Jewish. Nobody has to know you're Jewish unless you tell them you're Jewish or you're dressing up as a Jewish person. You walk around here with all of the rights and privileges as a white person. I cannot hide that I'm black. I'm not white passing. I cannot hide that I am black. I might get Hispanic, but I don't give white. And not even Hispanic. I give Dominican, but I don't give white. Okay? And black people cannot hide their color. They cannot hide it. You can hide religion. Nobody got to know you Jewish, and nobody got to know you Christian, and nobody got to know I'm an atheist. But you walk around here and you enjoy the privileges of being a white person in America. Okay? You could change your name. You could change that nose, but you cannot change your skin color. It's a fact. And also, I'm an atheist. My family is traditionally Christian. I've been to church. I've been to Sunday school. I've even been to churches in my adult time. I talk about in my other video, my Black Atheist video. I did a lot of soul searching. I didn't come up to this decision lightly. And a lot of research on religions and stuff. So, but my time in a church, I've been to a mosque on the female side. I've been to synagogues. I've been to temples, Buddhist temple. I didn't find any Hindu stuff, but I've been to different ones, right? Never heard anybody say they hate Jewish people. Never heard anyone say they hate Jewish people. Actually, what I've heard in the black church is black people trying to attain the level to be a Jewish person. They keep their money in their own communities. They have businesses. They're family oriented. We used to buy dresses in the Jewish community. Buy Jewish dresses from Jewish boutiques in Borough Park. Hundreds of dollars. These dresses were amazing. You had a little girl, you bought her a Jewish dress. We would buy Jewish dresses to take our little girls to black Christian churches. We attained to be Jewish. It was a status symbol to be on the level of a Jewish person, especially in a black church. We wanted to emulate that so bad. That was the mark. That is what we needed to get to. I've never heard anybody talk anything bad about a Jewish person. So when you tell me that you're oppressed, I'm going to hit you with the same shit that y'all hit us with when we talk about racism is, I don't think it exists. I don't see it. I don't think it exists anymore. I've never been witness to it. I've never seen it. Where is this religious prosecution that you're talking about? Because here on the East Coast, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never witnessed it. Nothing. Y'all love to say that to us about being black and racism in America, and love to tell us it doesn't exist. Never saw it. You're just being overly sensitive. It can't be that bad to be Jewish. You're still white, right? But here's the difference. That's how I feel. I would never say it. I would never say that to somebody who's talking to me about the oppression that they have experienced, that their families, that the stories have been passed down. I would never, to their face, tell them it doesn't exist. But white people love to tell black people that racism doesn't exist. Even some dumbass black people like to tell other black people racism and colorism doesn't exist because they've never experienced it. I would never say that. I would never try to rebut them and tell them that they're wrong. Because you know why I can't do that, and I would never do that. I'm not in your world. I'm not in your community. I'm not in your world. I would just shut the fuck up and listen and let you believe what you want to believe. And I would eat my lox and smear and schmear and lox, and I would listen. And I would never tell you that you're wrong because I have no idea what it's like to have a relative come from Auschwitz with a tattoo and watch their whole family go into the oven. I don't know. So why would I tell you that Jewish people are not oppressed? That's ignorant. And I'm a very smart, read and learned nigga. What I went. Oh, almost done, guys. I'm at the conclusion. It says conclusion because I'm neurotic. Sum it all up. Assuming to ask black people, of all people, that you ask black people to get involved in y'all shit is selfish. It's rooted in privilege. It's asinine. It's jackassness. By y'all doing that, the Jews calling me, you are claiming the opinions of white American Christians. So I'm gonna throw y'all on the same boat. If you're gonna call me or even talk to me or comment on this video with your support of Israel, and I go and do a deep dive into you, you better have some BLM posters up. You better have put your Instagram profile picture on black. Remember we was doing that? You better have done all of that before you come on why black people should support Israel. You better have been the biggest nigga supporter I've ever seen. Okay? All lives matter. Why do black lives matter? So why do Israel lives only matter? Did that make sense? Probably not.